All right. So this is going to be the quick tutorial on all the stuff you need to know for the heat counter manager. So first of all, we need to install this software. So before, what is the heat counter manager? The heat counter manager is a software that allows you to count your heats. I'm pretty sure that you are mainly here because you saw no heat runs, maybe from Dark Souls games, Resident Evil games, or any Team Heatless games. So the first thing you need to do is go to Google and type heat counter manager. And it's always the first option. So you enter and it will send you to a github.com. I will put this link in the description also. So you scroll down and you click to download. Oh, I'm not showing my cursor. Let me fix that. Okay, so you click on download latest version here. So there's a tutorial from the creator of the heat counter manager. You can also watch this tutorial if you think it's the best. But I'm making a tutorial for more like the aesthetic things of the heat counter. But anyway, click on download latest version here. And it will send you to another page and you scroll down. And there are two things you can do. You can download the portable version or the setup version. I strongly recommend you to use the setup version and not the portable one, because the portable one has some kind of bugs that sometimes won't make the heat counter manager works properly. So if you have some problems that maybe the key bindings are not working or any other kind of problem, it's maybe because you have the portable version. So I recommend you to use the setup version. So you download the setup version and you just open it and it will open an install software. And of course, I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it again, but you installed it. I'm just going to cancel this. And it will appear on your desktop. If it doesn't appear on your desktop, you can search it on your search bar in Windows, and it will appear here. So if it's on your desktop, you can like open it. And the first thing we want to do is like, I will go for a Bloodborne one. It will appear something like this. Maybe I think it appeared when you open it the first time. I think it appears in Dark Souls 3 all bosses or something like that. But it will appear something like this. Now what you want to do is put this on your OBS or your stream software, right? I'm gonna put it on my OBS. So what you want to, you make a scene and you add a source, and the source need to be a browser one. You name it however you want to call it. I'm gonna name it HC because of the heat counter. And the width and the height, I recommend you to put more height, like something like 1000. And on the URL, you need to press local file, and you need to browse. And the heat counter by default will always install in documents. Inside documents, there will be a folder called heat counter manager. You double click this and you go to designs and you click this, the heat counter GUI, and you press OK. And as you can see, it's already here. So right now my heat counter is as a checklist. Like the first time you will install it, of course it won't appear as a checklist, it will appear as a split counter. Something like this, like with the time also, I think. And I think it will appear with the progress bar, with some number attempts, with headline, I think. Yeah, it will appear something like this. Like the first time by default, it will appear something like this. I'm just gonna increase this so you can watch it better. So it will appear something like this. Now, if you want to like start making some changes to this, like for example, the most common thing is that you don't want the time, right? Because like time is not something very necessary for no heat or no damage runs. So what you have to do is go for this little gear that sets settings, and you go to behavior. And in behavior, you can start changing almost everything. So for example, if you don't want the timer, you just have to unclick the show time current. Once you uncheck this, as you can see, it will disappear. So maybe you don't want to show, I don't know, the run number attempts, and then you unclick this. And as you can see, the hit counter software is very good, because when you pass over your mouse, it will say specifically what each of these things does. So here you can like basically edit it as you want. And also the purpose will change completely the style of the hit counter. So the split counter is like the traditional one, as it says here. The checklist is minimalist one. As you can see, it only checks one. Like, it doesn't matter the hits, it's only a check wrong or a check okay. The noded is another one that I don't think many people use this. But the noded is like something more like the split counter. Dead counter, it's another one. But the dead counter, as you can see, it's only one. It only counts deaths. And the run reset counter, like the numbers of resets. I think the last three ones are not very used by the people. Like the ones that you will use the most are the split counter and the checklist. Now there's something very cool about the split counter, that you can make it something like checklist. If you uncheck the show numbers rather than image, it will show you something like this. I think like the most popular no-hit runners like Hope and Dino Gale use this one, if I'm not wrong, which has the now and the PV. Now, so here you can like basically do everything. Now the global shortcuts. So here you can like key binding any key of your keyboard to what you want to do. So for example, the hit, I have it on number 1, and the next split I have it on number 4, and the set B I have it on the plus key binding on my keyboard. It says tecla de adición, which is Spanish for that. But anyway, I'm just gonna show it to you. So for example, if I got hit, I'm just gonna press number 1, and I will count one hit. Another hit, for example. If I want to go to another split, I will press 0. And like that, you know. So the key bindings are very useful if you don't want like being on, if you don't want to be on your like hit counter manager and do it everything manually, you know. Like key bindings are always very good for make the work very, more simple. Now those are like the most simple things about this. So another cool thing about the the hit counter manager is that you can change the colors of this. How you do that? So it's very simple. First of all, I'm just gonna make this in order to refresh this over all the time. Okay. So what you want to do is go to your documents, go to the hit counter manager, and inside this folder you go inside designs. And this is important, the one that says is style sheet. So you open a notepad and you drag the style sheet to the notepad. So you will open this with a notepad. And as you can see, this is a very long notepad. And right here it explains like the permissions you have and everything. So right here you can change the colors. Like for example, you can change the colors of the splits, like the names and the colors of the numbers. So for that one is this one, the current. So for, this comes to hex code. Hex code is a code for colors. It's HTML codes, I think. Like for example, if you just copy this to Google, it will show you which color is it. So for example, this current is like the background of the split, you know. So you can change this to any color that you want. Now, other one, the major and highlight. This font size, it will make the split to get bigger or smaller. I like to have them both on the same number, so the split counter won't be like increasing size every time I pass from a split or something like that. So it's better to have it on the same size. Now this one is the one that will change your split. I think, if I'm correct. Let me check. So for example, if I change it to an orange, just to test it, I'm just gonna save this on another notepad because I don't want to lose this. And I'm gonna change it to, I don't know, this color, for example. I'm just gonna save. It's important that it's save. And maybe you can like do this. And as you can see, it already changed to that orange, that hex color. And you can do that with almost anything. Like the words will be the red ones. Like I think the gold one is not very useful. I don't know for what it works. You can also change the progress bar and the colors of the progress bar. You change the colors of the progress bar right here. Progress better, progress neither, progress worse. Like always, the better and the worse will be like the green and the red one by default. And yeah, that's almost, you can like change everything here. You can even add image, like there's a little star right by default also. You can also change that if you want. But I think that's like a very quick tutorial on how to use the hit counter, how to add it in the OBS, and put kit bindings and change the style of it and that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope this is helpful, and any kind of problem or any question that you have, you can leave it in the comments and I'll try to help you out with that. I'm Ares, and I see you next time.